Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 7 of the Road to 120 Invention. In the last episode, all we did was collect some supplies towards getting some items to disassemble, and in this episode, that's actually all we're going to be doing again. We won't be finishing this supply run until about midway through the next episode, but in this one, we're starting off, as you can clearly tell, I'm turning some of the gold ore, or excuse me, all of the gold ore that I mined, into gold bars. Afterward, I'll be turning those into emerald bracelets, or excuse me, emerald necklaces, using the emeralds that some of them I mined, a pretty good chunk of them I bought afterward. After that, I'll be turning the emerald necklaces that we will then have with the vibrant energy, I believe it is, into some porters, the sign of porter 4. I will be using some of those sign of porters to mine some coal, and then I'll be mining some mithril, and when I get to the mithril mining, I will discuss more about that then. But otherwise, I do have a few other things that I would like to talk about. First of all, the first things first would be Q&As. I currently don't have a full Q&A session for you guys because you haven't been asking enough solid questions for me. I did get one pretty good question that was about this series, and I'm not actually going to bring up what the question was quite yet though, because it'll be answered next episode. It's about what I'm doing in the future, and when I get to that point will be next episode. So that is when I'm going to bring it up. It's also because I don't have a 100% answer, so I don't want to tell you something right now, and then next Friday you go to watch the episode and it's completely different than when I told you. So that's really it for Q&As. We had one solid question, and I'm not even able to answer it right now. So guys, I need you to step up like you were doing in the first couple episodes. Get your questions out there. If you have anything you want to ask me, throw it out there. I want to hear it from you guys. The next topic would be baseball. I haven't brought up baseball in a couple episodes, and I am a huge baseball fan. It's been killing me not to talk about it. I will not spend this entire episode talking about baseball because I can guarantee there's at least one person out there right now thinking, I really know nothing about baseball, and this conversation is not for me. I get it, so I'll be fairly brief about it. First things first, like I've said, big Angels fan. I'm very excited about Angels baseball right now because they just swept the Royals in a 3-game set, and that puts them at 11-11, being 500. We're only a game out of the division, so decent start. It's so early to really think about how far out of the division title you are, or if you're in first, but it's a good thing to follow. Next thing, currently there are 4 players with 9 home runs, which is the league lead, and 2 of those players are Colorado Rockies, which I am from Colorado, so the hometown team bringing out the sticks. We got Trevor Story, who you may have heard had a phenomenal first 6 days, hitting 7 home runs. So he's crazy. He's a rookie is the thing. It was his first 6 days, not just the first 6 games of this season. But also Nolan Arenado has popped 7 over the fence. So pretty good news coming from the hometown team and coming from the Angels. You guys, I had a couple of you comment about your team, which is what I asked you to do. I wanted you to tell me who you rooted for, and 2 of you brought up, one of you brought up the Cubbies, and the other brought up the Braves, and I'm just saying, since I read and commented on those comments, the Cubbies and Braves have been doing a little bit better. The Cubbies, it's kind of tough. The Cubs have been really good this year, so it's not like they got that much better, but they're still keeping hot, and when I talked about the Braves, unfortunately for Braves fans out there, they were winless, and they're still not first in the division, but they've gained 5 wins since then, including a sweep. So overall improvement is all you can ask for, right? So a final note to all Braves fans, one fan in particular who knows who I'm talking about, and all baseball fans in general, just remember it's very, very early in the season, so there's a lot of baseball to go, and you never know what can happen. The next topic I want to bring up is more of a personal thing. Recently, my friend and I, Jason, my best friend, you guys, some of you may know him as Cloud, so if I ever say Jason, Jay, anything of the sort, I'm likely talking about Cloud. I do know another Jay, but you all would just know him by Steels. I'd likely refer to him as Steels. But anyways, him and I on Snapchat got back up to a 100 snap streak, which it's not like the greatest thing that's ever happened in my life. It's actually the second time we've done it. About 100 days ago, I guess. We had a streak of 135, and after I don't even know what happened, somehow it managed to break. If you don't know how to snap streaks work, you just gotta send each other one picture every day to start getting a streak. But at 100 days, instead of, this is such a lame thing to get excited about. Instead of just saying 100 with a little flame next to it saying how awesome you are having a streak, it actually gives the little emoji for a 100. So big special day in Dakota and Jason's life, managing to get back to the streak of 100. Hopefully we can keep it going up to 200 this time. I don't think there's anything special at 200, but we really won't know until we get there. For any of you guys who have been watching the entire video, or the rare few people who go and read the description that I actually type out, there's actually a lot there, guys. You'd be surprised. But the big thing is at the bottom and at the end of the videos, I try to make sure to show you guys the Twitter accounts that we're using to keep you updated on what's going on. Now, I know not everyone uses Twitter, and it's not even like a huge thing, but little things like following the channel's Twitter. I know that every Monday I say I'm releasing a Slayer episode, and I believe one time it came on a Tuesday. Otherwise, it has been every Monday, but it really has never been an exact time. Something like that, you can. If it's going to be later in the day, I usually can let you guys know by tweeting it. And just subscribing to the channel, you still get the alert obviously when I'm releasing the video, but I can give you a little bit of a heads up if I'm running a little bit late, and for whatever reason, for really any videos, not just with the Slayer or anything of the sort. Just in general, channel updates. If you guys are enjoying the content enough that you want more consistent updates than the video update that I put every 3 to 4 months, then following at the Ed Boys. Keep in mind this time it is a 0, or excuse me, it is an O, not a 0. The channel, it's a 0, but for the Twitter page it's an O. Go ahead and follow the Ed Boys just for those channel updates. If you're not only here because you like the content and you actually like some of the stuff that I've been working on, you want to see more of the things that I've been doing, more of my projects, then you could follow my personal Twitter at 85Dakota85. There are still some channel updates. There's still things about the Ed Boys going on there, but that's really more my personal Jabber Twitter and updates on further projects outside of this gaming channel that I will be releasing actually in the next few months. I'm going to be releasing some of those projects. So if you guys are looking to be a little more updated or keep in touch with me, and if anything else, it's just keeps you guys in contact, like I was just saying, it gives me a different way to connect with you guys. Go ahead and follow us on that social media. For any of you who already knew the Twitter accounts because you watched the entire video or you read the description, I guess it's possible that you're all out there, thank you very much, because not everybody can get all the way to the end of a 10 to 12 minute video, and I'm very happy that you managed to do it. I would now like to kind of dive back into what's going on the screen here. If you've been watching, you can see that I made 1,000 sign-up orders, and I'm currently using them to collect some coal. What I'm really more want to talk about is this supply run overall, not just those porters. This was clearly a lower level supply run. Most of the time has been spent on getting those porters, which I will be using in future supply runs. But overall, you're going to see there's one more stack of items I'm creating with coal and mithril. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm going to keep it a surprise because that just, I don't know, it's more exciting that way. If I don't tell you now, I make you wait a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. Don't get too excited. But I'm getting one more material that I plan on disassembling, and then we're heading right back to Invention. But it's still a low-level item. I will do more low-level resource, supply. I guess resources work too, but supply runs for disassembling. But I won't only do low-level resources. Sometimes I may even just go do a moneymaker. Like, I think divination might be one of my fairly go-to moneymakers, purely for AFK. But in general, I might, whatever it is, go out and make some money and just buy some pretty expensive items to disassemble, and that'll be considered the supply run. But it won't always be really low-level stuff. It won't be always boring things like mining or smithing gold. Even though I got some solid mining XP this time, I'm still going. I might, I don't know how much I'm gonna get. I already have 99. It's not like it's that big of a deal, but it's kind of nice to get some XP. Overall I got more mining XP so far than Invention XP, but that'll change, clearly. I'm going to 120 Invention. So the real point that I was trying to make, and I hope that it came across, is that not all of the supply runs are going to be these low-level items. I do plan on doing some bigger, stronger supply runs. I don't know, I might even do some bossing and try to get a drop, but we'll see. That's just an idea that's on the table. Don't put any money on what I'm saying right now. Just know that I will be doing some high-level supplies in the future. We are about to be moving on to Mithril. As you can see, I'm just finishing up the final load of coal, and I'm about to head over to Falador to go ahead and resupply and start mining the Mithril. I'm going to be using the resource dungeon in the mining guild, and I'm not actually going to be using my signs of porters. I know it probably sounds ridiculous, even though I just made a bunch of them. I didn't even really want to use that many on coal, but I figured I just made them. I might as well use some now. I do want to save them for the more inconvenient supplies that I managed to run into. I don't know exactly like which ones yet. I don't have an example off the top of my head. But like with this Mithril, the other resource dungeon in the Falador mine, is it the Dwarven mine? It's the Dwarven mine. The other resource dungeon in this mine has a deposit box, and even if that wasn't true, the bank is right outside the mining guild, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't mind running to the bank. I'm going to save some of those porters for more inconvenient resources, something that I don't have a bank very close by, or maybe some more rare ones, anything like that. But another thing that I wanted to mention while I'm mining Mithril, you'll notice that there are 3 rune rocks in this room. You won't notice it right now, but they're there. If you know this dungeon at all, 3 of these rocks are rune rocks. Of course, if the rune ore is in there, I'm going to be mining it. And I'm planning on getting 1,000 mithril ore, but the odds are I'm going to get like 2, 3, maybe 400 mithril ore. And by then, I'll probably have mined plenty of rune ore. Even like 15 to 20 rune ores is 200k, 150 to 200k, somewhere in there. And that would purchase the rest of the 1,000 myth that I need. So I won't be mining all 1,000 mithril ore. I'm sure that some of the rune ore will come in handy. I am going to be bringing this episode to a close in about a minute. I do want to mention that for anyone who's clearly noticing that we haven't been getting much Invention XP because we're doing a lot of supply collecting, like I've said before, and I do promise, in the next episode, I will be doing some more Invention. It will happen. The supply run will be over, and we'll start working on it again. And for the one person, this is just for one person out there, and you know who you are, who asked a really solid question about what's coming up in Invention, I promise that you will get your answer during the next episode. Wow, that was tough to say, and that really proves that I gotta get out of here. So everybody, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I know that I did, and you know what? I think I'll see you next time. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click on that like button and tell us what you enjoyed about it. If you're looking for some more RuneScape videos like this one, then be sure to join the cul-de-sac by subscribing for more. We will see you next time.